Hey everybody, it's H-Talk here. This is going to be my second video on YouTube, and it's going to be my first series on YouTube. I'm going to be starting a career mode in Marseille. If I get some feedback on this video, that would be great, and if I do get some feedback, maybe a like or a comment. I'm going to be uploading 2 of this series tomorrow. Hopefully that's an incentive. Now let's get into the team. First of all, we've got Mandanda in goals, who's probably the best player in this team, 82 rated. Then Jija Jajuda. I've probably butchered that name, but I'm looking to replace him. I'm also looking to replace Ramal in the centre mid spot and maybe Gignac up front. I'm pretty happy with the rest of the team. I transfer listed most of the older players over 30 years old, and the younger players I send most of them out on loan. Aloe, he could be a star for the future. I'm not really sure, he's a bit low rated though, 61, he's only 19 though. I'll probably send him out on loan to grow a bit and maybe bring him back in later. Diawara is one of the players I sent out on loan. The shortlist is coming up now with the players that I'd like to sign. As I said, I'm probably looking for a centre back, a centre mid and a striker. First of all, we've got Moreno, he's 25 years old and he looks very decent. Next off, we've got Alderweireld, who's a Belgian international. He's 24 years old. Then we've got Inigo Martinez, 23 years old, Spanish. Next we've got Marc Bartra, probably the player that I'm most likely to sign in this career mode. Next we've got Alex Song, who's a bit probably out of our price range. Then a Tersper, I've probably butchered that name, but oh well. I haven't really seen him, but I've seen he's a golden Ultimate Team, so I thought may as well add him and inquire about him. Next off, Schneiderlin, a player which I'd love to bring in this career mode. I like him in real life playing for Southampton. I think he's had a fantastic season. Next we've got Defoe. I've tried him on Ultimate Team again, and I think he's a very good player. And then the 2 strikers we got at the end, Rodrigo and Mame Diouf. I'm really banking on Diouf to sign because, as you'll see now, Arsenal make an inquiry for Rodrigo of 12 million. And I just don't have the funds to compete with Arsenal really. We have 12 million and I don't really want to spend it on one player. As I said, I'd like to bring in 2 or 3 players, 3 players at the most probably. Here we go ahead and remove him as he's just too much. He'd be a great player though, only young, Spanish and from Benfica. But now we're really banking on Diouf to sign. Hopefully I can get him for around the 5 million mark. I think that would be a steal for him. He's fantastic on Ultimate Team. He's probably one of the OP players on Ultimate Team in the Bundesliga. And he's only about a couple of 100 coins on that as well. Now as we advance here, you can see we get, I think it's a transfer offer here, yeah, for Valbuena. I don't really want to sell Valbuena because, as I said, we're short on wingers. I'm probably going to look to sign another winger, as you'll see later. And I hover over the counter offer because I'm not really sure. He's 28 years old. But I'm probably going to keep him for a season, maybe higher his value up a bit, and then sell him on next season when he's 29 years old. Most of the players in this career mode that you're going to see are going to be below 25 years old, so I don't really like to bring in older players. I think it just makes more sense to bring in the younger players. Then there's 18-year-old, 60 rated striker. I'm going to send him off on loan for a season because I'm never going to use players that are probably below 70. I doubt I'm going to use them in the team unless they're young and got good potential. First we've got Alderweireld, who doesn't want to come, he's just signed. Inigo Martinez, who's way too much. Bartra is probably the best signing that we could possibly get for the money that we've got. Next, Alex Song. I was hoping that he would be under 15 million, as I probably think about spending all my transfer budget on him. So if I could get rid of Gignac, then I'd be able to sign the striker. But here we go ahead and offer 4 million for Bartra. 22 years old and plays for Barcelona. That's probably a great mix for a young player. Barcelona, he must be a decent player. Next we've got Defoe. I'm going to offer 4 million for him. I like him a lot. I've tried him in a Liga Portuguese team on FIFA, on Ultimate Team. I know I'm linking this to Ultimate Team, but I've tried a lot of these players and I like them on Ultimate Team. And it'll probably make sense if I'm decent with these players on Ultimate Team. I'm probably going to be better with them on career mode. Here we got Moreno is too much. Tersper, as I was really shocked about. 12 million for him. And Schneiderlin, who I really wanted to bring in, he was 12 million as well. Maybe next season we could bring him in. Think about bringing him in alongside our new centre mid, which we're hoping to sign. Here we go ahead and show you the shortlist. I think we'll remove a couple of the players who are over our budget. Here you can see us moving Moreno. I'd love to bring him in, but he's just much too much. Alderweireld, we can't sign. And we're really banking on Diouf to sign. Next episode, I'll probably think about adding another striker. I doubt I'm going to be signing any more than 3 players though in this career mode. Maybe in January if we can get some funds in, maybe I could ask for some funds in January, that would be great, and we could sign another player. But I'm probably going to sign 3 players with only the 12 million. That's not a lot to sign. And I want to sign decent players who are going to improve the team. Here you can see I've added 4 wingers to the shortlist. Those we've got Piatti, Equino, I've just butchered that name as well. Bangura, who I think is probably the best player. I think he's rated between 70 and 80, and he's only young. He's probably be the best to bring in, but he's obviously going to be expensive. Here we inquire about Juff. He's 94 jumping. He's got 3 stats there that are predicted to be in between high 80s, low 90s. Here we go, international management. Now, if you'd like me to manage an international team in this career mode, because we've got the World Cup coming up at the end of this season, then leave a comment in the comment section below, and if I get an offer, I'll definitely accept it if you want me to, and we can work through that World Cup. Here we go with the inquiries returned for the 4 players. Piatti Valencia want 8 million. Aquino, they want 7 million. Bangura, they want 8 million. And then Juff, they want 8 million as well. I don't really want to spend 8 million, but I reckon the most I'll spend is about 6 million on this career mode, or maybe 7, pushing it a bit. But Juff, we offer 4 million. You're going to see it a lot in this career mode. I'm not really going to offer what they want, because if you think about it, in career mode, they ask for the most that they want to get, and they usually accept bids a couple of million lower, so that's probably a tip to try out. If they want 10 million for him, offer 5 or 6, and you might be surprised they may accept it. We offer there 4 million for Aquino. He would probably be used as a backup winger, maybe bring in next season if he grows a bit for Valbuena. Here we go into our shortlist again. You can see the players highlighted there that we're probably most interested in. If we can bring in all of them, that would be fantastic. The next episode, you'll probably see some more players that I'll shortlist and bring in. I mean, Bangura, look at those top 5 stats are incredible, but he's just costs way too much for our team. And then Piatti's, I'm going to leave him in there because I'm unsure whether to make a bid for him. I may make a bid for him in the next episode, you'll have to see tomorrow. There you go, Borussia Dortmund accepted a 30 million bid for Lewandowski. I think that's quite a lot of him. Then we added Brooks to our shortlist and we inquired about him. They would like 2.2 million for him. I think that's a steal if we can get him for anything under 2 million. I reckon that would be fantastic. I mean, only a 15,000 wage. I think he'd be a great backup centre back if we could sign Bartra as well. As you can see there, they both say it's unacceptable to sign them. And then we go across to Mark Bartra. They want 7 million for him. As I said before, that's probably the most I'd want to spend. And as well with his wage, I'd probably only be able to bring in 2 players if I signed him. But if I signed him and Defoe, I reckon I'd be happy with that, and I keep Gignac. I have 5 million for Defoe. Him I'd probably give up if they demanded 6 million for him and they want 6 million and I can't get him for 5, I'd probably have to go with that. Here we go and delete all the messages we got and advance on to the next part. Hopefully we get some more messages back for the players that we've inquired about. I'm really excited for this career mode. I can't wait to start the games and show you how I can progress in this season. I'd like to get probably the aim for this career mode is 2 or 3 seasons, getting my team around the high 80s mark if I can. And here you can see we inquired about Goginho. I've probably got that name wrong again, I'm sorry. They want 6 million for him. I've seen he's got good potential, and I think 6 million, I would probably go ahead and buy him for 6 million if we can't get it to 4. We offer 4 million again, and you can see on Nazi there, he would probably be a backup player. I probably won't end up getting him as I don't really want to buy backup players now. I want to buy players that are going to improve my starting 11, and I don't feel he's going to do that. I know he's rated between 65 and 75, and we want players 75 and above really coming into the club. But for 1 million, if we could get him for that as a reserve player, that would be fantastic. Here we go ahead and advance on. You can see that they accepted a 3.5 million bid. See what I mean? That they accepted 3.5 million bid when they wanted 6 million for him. It's just stupid that they want that much when they accept bids way lower. Here we go, we got Juff back. They unaccepted the Juff offer. I was gutted about this. I really want to bring him in. I think 6.5 though is good, but I'm going to offer 5.5 as I don't really want to play the 6.5. But if I have to, I think that would be okay. I'd probably be able to bring in 1 less player, but I think that's fine. Here you can see we've got a first transfer offer accepted, which is fantastic. I wasn't really sure about this. I hesitated about it. I thought about it a lot. I wasn't really sure. I thought about maybe not offering it because I wanted to sign a centre mid and a centre back before I signed any other players. 3.5 million may be a bit steep for a reserve player, but 20,000 wage isn't that much compared to if we buy Bartra. He'll cost us about 50,000 a week, which is quite a lot. I think that may be the most in our team. You can see now Barcelona have accepted our offer. This is probably going to be the biggest transfer that we're going to have. We have another unaccepted offer for Brooks, who's probably going to be a reserve player. But if you've enjoyed this career mode and want to see another one, please leave a like or a comment. And I'll probably bring the 2 episodes out tomorrow, and thank you for watching.